Okay, this video is going to be for anybody whose steps aren't working. I have the auto running boards on this truck, and when I bought it, they were not working. I asked the dealer if they could fix them. They pretty much just said that's pretty standard on the Fords or any truck with auto running boards is they stop working. But the good news was on mine, if you hop in the truck, this is if you're buying one, if you've never tried them, they're really easy to turn on. So obviously first do that, make sure that they're both on. So you'll hop in your settings, advanced settings, vehicle, power running boards. And you'll obviously want to make sure I like mine on auto, obviously, for they popping in and out. I don't like riding with them open. But you have options, you can turn them off. Make sure they're on, or obviously, you want to make sure they're actually set to the on position so that they're trying to work. Mine were pretty loud, the little motors in them. When I had them on auto, when you pump the doors open, you could hear it trying to work, which to me at least signaled that the motors weren't bad. And once I verified that the motors were working, that was when I got to work. I bought a can. I don't have any more of it because I used it all. But I bought a can of PB Blaster from this company. But I bought the PB Blaster. This one's a lubricant. Once I got them working, I sprayed them with these to get them moving smoothly. But I bought a can of PB Blast, and up underneath it here, there is a couple of brackets that hold them on. So that's like your hinge. Your motor's up front by the front tires, and then there's two of these. There's one in the front, one in the back. I could tell mine hadn't really been used because mine were like super gummed up. There was dirt and mud and like grime. Like when I sprayed it with the PB Blast, like all sorts of stuff was coming off of them. So what I did, and like I said, I was in the instance of mine had never opened as long as I had owned it. I never had seen them open, never even seen them try to open. So I sprayed mine with that PB Blast, and then I bought some grill brushes. I was gonna see if I could find them. This is what I ended up buying actually with some of these. I stuck it on the end of my drill and just went up in those joints and just went to town after I sprayed them with that PB Blast just to clean them all out. I did also buy, and I can't find them, but they're like it looks like a grill scrub, like something you'd scrub your grill with, but they're smaller. Anyways, I scrubbed the joints down really good with those, and I still never got them to work. I could hear that motor working. I even got to the point where I'd like stick my foot up underneath it here and put it on the step while the door was open and try to jump on it to get it to move. And they didn't crack, they didn't budge, nothing. Like nothing worked at all. I never even, like I said, never once saw them move. So next thing I tried that ended up was what finally worked is I hopped back underneath. I sprayed those joints down again with that PB Blast, and I actually sprayed with that last bottle I showed you. It says same PB Blast company, but it's the lubricant one. And what we did is I had my friend hop up under here with me, and you can't really see it from this angle, but there's like a gap in here that kind of goes into the steps. So what we did was we stuck a crowbar in between right here and just pried at him as hard as we possibly could. He did it up on the front one. I did it here on the back one. And then we had another person open the door for us so the motor started working. And I'm talking, we like laid into these things. We pushed them and pulled them as hard as we possibly could until they started to break free. They didn't move very much at first, just a little bit, but we just kept working them back and forth and kept spraying with that PB Blast lubricant back and forth and opening and shutting that door for probably 4 or 5 minutes before we finally got them to like open all the way and close all the way. Once that was done, we got a pressure washer out and sprayed them out and just cleaned all the gunk out of them and then just lubricated them with some more of that PB Blast. I think it's called like white lithium lubricant. Anyways, but I'm talking, we had to push really hard on them to get them to break. But now, as you can tell, they open and close, and they're actually, I'll just let you listen to them, but they're not loud. So that was my other concern, is that once I finally did get them working, that they'd be really loud, but they're really not bad at all. It really wasn't a huge project either.